Morning, dear ones. Just having a real hard time with what's going on in the world, in our country. And although I know we live in the oneness, there are quite a few on this planet who have not felt that or don't understand that concept. And so they continue to lash out at others, take advantage. And because we are still human, we are affected by their not being part of the oneness. And so when I point out what's going on the planet, hopefully by pointing out the obvious, it will take us back to the truth. And so I got woken up by a cricket this morning around 4 a.m. and I finished this poem that I've been working on. I actually started it on the 4th of July when things started really getting to me. And I've been working on it little by little in the last few months. And I finished it this morning. It's called Will Justice Be Served? And it's a new poem, so forgive me if I stumble over some of the words. Today's the day we all take a stand. We side with democracy or we side with one man. Because the billionaire class that's now ruling us all, they fatten their pockets as all us little guys fall. We march on the streets by the millions as we fight to take back our rights. If only more had listened to the Project 2025 foresights. Can we really celebrate land of the free and home of the brave when every GOP senator and representative caved? They voted against our health care, our seniors, our kids, and our vets. They voted for who lined their own pockets. We all know that's a sure bet. Now fighting to hide the files of a pedo when we've all seen the flight list and the card. Only someone who was guilty would continue to fight so hard. If minimum wage isn't enough to cover rent, then how can homelessness be a crime? Because never would I have thought a felon would live in the White House in my time. Sending our own troops into cities against our governor's desires, when the only thing he's fighting is his own self-made fires. When girls were raped around the planet, that's now become a world affair. These survivors need to realize just how many truly care. Because Virginia and Jeffrey were both unalived by their own hands or someone else's, because the stories seem contrived. Survivors are banding together to release their own lists. Justice over money and power. Now won't that be a twist? We asked for transparency, but all we got are distractions. And I can't wait for those wicked men to finally pay for their infractions. You can lie and deny and redact, but the list remains the same. Everyone around you knew you and Epstein were playing the same creepy game. And do you still side with the pedos or side with the law? Because those on the wrong side of justice may just finally fall. Those most responsible should still be held most accountable. Because when survivors stand together, they're no longer discountable. When we realize the truth of how thousands were involved, after 30 years, don't you think it's time that this gets solved? So will justice finally be served over money and power? Or will the world continue to allow these men to rule atop their ivory tower? Because he blamed the Dems for a pedophile ring, and as it turns out, it's his best friend who was the pedo king. For him to skate on 2 impeachments and then an insurrection. Did the founding fathers ever see us truly heading in this direction? Oh, maybe we should look at the 14th and 25th Amendments a bit more. It's time to take back our democracy and even the score. And so close to the eve of our 250th birthday, no less, it's time 90% of us stand together, Congress, citizens, and the press. It's time to take back the country for the truly brave and free, the ones who judge by people's hearts, no matter what color or face they see. Criminalizing immigrants when he's married more than one, yeah, that's how he gets down. But not all immigrants, only those that are brown. He condemns Muslims and Mexicans, yeah, they eat dogs and cats. And how are you still defending voting for these brats? But I know you're still proudly with him because you still wear those red hats. But if you finally are disillusioned, it's time. It's time we have some chats. I'm praying some of you are waking up and realizing, because we're here praying for a nation and for all the citizens of it, not just a few, not just the rich and the elite. Namaste, dear ones. Namaste.